In an un-Gamescom related piece of news, I have an update for you regarding the Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain PC specifications. Of course, they were initially posted quite some time ago, but they have been updated via Steam, thankfully, so these are probably going to be the final specs, but of course no one knows when a change is going to come out of the way. Batman. So, as always, starting off with the minimum specs. We have, of course, OS, Windows 7 or 8, with shockingly 64-bit being required. Processor being Intel Core i5-4460 at 3.4 GHz or better, with a quad-core or better. 4 gigs of RAM, and graphics card has to be at least a GeForce GTX 650 with 2 gigs of video memory or better, and naturally DX11 is required, as that is the DX version this game uses. As for hard drive space, it will take up 28 gigs, so not too bad. As for the recommended, these are fairly meaty, but then again, so are the minimum, so it's not really shocking. OS is naturally the same. CPU wise, however, you need at least an Intel Core i7-4790 at 3.6 GHz or better, with naturally quad core or better. 8 gigs of RAM. A graphics card wise, you'll need a GeForce GTX 760 with naturally DX11, and hard drive space is naturally the same. Now, as meaty as those specs are, the key thing you need to take away from these specs is if you had no problems running Ground Zeroes, you'll pretty much be fine, as they are the same as Ground Zeroes aside from the RAM. Unfortunately though, there were no AMD listings provided, so unfortunately can't really help you there, at least with the official specifications, but I'm sure if you do have an AMD card, our helpful guys who are subscribed will be willing to lend a hand if you're looking for some assistance. They are generally very helpful and knowledgeable fellows, so do post in the comments below if you're wondering if your AMD card will run it, but I'm sure most of you are aware of the equivalents. But still, in case you're not, do feel free to post, and perhaps we'll be able to help you ourselves as well, though of course we are naturally pretty busy at the moment with it being Gamescom and everything else. I'm heading to a festival this weekend, which means that my free time is basically non-existent. Anyway, that's me done for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.